And I honestly, this is the most interesting story. I got to tell you, folks, I'm telling you, 45 minutes ago, or maybe an hour and a half ago, I hadn't even seen this story. But now I want to tell you about it. It's the most amazing thing. Tomorrow night on Hulu, which, many of you, where you listen to movies anymore, where most people don't even go to theaters, you'll listen on movies. Hulu is running a special, and it's an exclusive to them. It's a movie they've done called Hillary. And in the movie Hillary is about Hillary Clinton, and Bill Clinton is interviewed in this movie, as is Hillary, and I think Chelsea also. And the entire point of the movie, is for Bill Clinton to explain to the American people, to excuse to the American people why he engaged in his grotesque and inappropriate conduct toward Monica Lewinsky while she was an intern in the White House. It's an opportunity for Bill Clinton to tell America how terribly sorry he was about this and how he feels just terrible because what he did with Monica Lewinsky in the White House defined her life forever. He feels terrible about that. He goes on. This article, I'm telling you, you got to go to our website, americacanwetalk.org. On the homepage under shows, drop down list of links. You can read the link to this article. If it's not up there, it'll be up there shortly. I came across it so late, I'm not sure if it's up there. But in any case, it'll be up there. The point is, Bill Clinton and Hillary agreed to make a movie for Hulu that lets Bill go on and on telling America how terribly sorry he is about the episode with Monica Lewinsky, how he's sorry he ruined her life, how it was the hardest thing he ever had to do to sit down and tell Hillary about it, and how livid and angry and hurt she was, and then how even worse it was for him to have to sit down and tell Chelsea about it, explain to her what he'd done, and isn't it just terrible? And he feels so terrible about it, and so the whole movie is about how terrible he feels, about how, it was terribly wrong and he ruined Monica's life. And I want to tell you, folks, my take on this, and I think this does actually matter, it has political significance to our country. Number one, Bill Clinton did not simply engage in extramarital, inappropriate, intimate conduct with Monica Lewinsky. Bill Clinton is a serial, repetitive cheater. He's a serial, cheated on his wife, cheated on her over and over, a serial adulterer. I'm talking about when she was first running for president, Hillary, they had a special talking about how even when Hillary and Bill were engaged, he went off with some other woman and had intimate relations with her, and Hillary found out, and she had to really ask herself, do I really want to marry this guy? Okay, yes, I do, whatever. I don't really care what he did. So she marries him. This has been Bill Clinton. We're talking the dozens of extramarital dalliances on his part, including a credible accusation of rape, including something like 26 flights on Jeffrey Epstein's plane down to Fantasy Island, or whatever they call that island that Epstein had. This is a guy who has cheated and cheated and cheated long before Monica Lewinsky, long after Monica Lewinsky, and somehow it's relevant for him to do a movie on Hulu to talk about this one time he's really, really sorry. It was terrible. He'd like again to say how sorry he was. Nothing, and mark my words, nothing the Clintons ever do is done for the reason they say it's done. Or put the other way, everything the Clintons do has some other motive. Everything they do has some other mission or motive. So the fact that they're doing a film on Hulu about, come clean, tell it all, I'm so terribly sorry, I ruined Monica Lewinsky's life, this has to do somehow not just with his legacy, maybe he's trying to fix his legacy, but far more likely, it has to do with Hillary Clinton's further political agenda. She says in this interview that she was willing to go with the movie because she has no other political plans. She's not running for anything. I'm telling you, folks, she's running for president. The movie didn't get made overnight. Obviously, months in the works. And so somehow Hillary's watching this primary, realizing Sanders is the disaster. Biden is senile. She can't see a viable player up there. So she's keeping herself in the running in the minds of voters in this country, in the minds of the Democrat Party, of saying, hey, I'm here. Okay, this one little thing we had, this problem with Bill, let's do let's do a mea culpa on the part of Bill. She believes, sympathy for herself, the poor wife being cheated on, and she was so hurt and so shocked and could not believe it, which is not true. I'm sorry, when your husband cheated on you dozens of times and he continues to cheat on you, she has decided years ago she's okay with that. Whether she likes it, whatever her thought about it is, she never was going to leave him regardless of his infidelity. It was part of the deal they made when they got married. And so this idea of somehow, out of the blue, decades later, they're going to launch a Hulu movie tomorrow night and talk about whatever it is Bill Clinton said he wanted the opportunity to explain to America why he got involved with Monica. And the answer, says he, is that the job he had was really stressful. He was just stressed out. He was so stressed out he couldn't even he just could hardly handle it. So given that he was that stressed, he had to do something about it, and he had to end up, just this relieved stress, this intimacy with Monica Lewinsky relieved his stress. That's his excuse. And I raise this story to say I'm not urging you to watch the Hulu movie. I am urging you to recognize Hillary is up to something. Somehow she sees this as a benefit to her and or her husband or her political future, or maybe Chelsea's political future too, but there's no way it is simply a desire to come clean or to express how sorry they are. Because if this was a one-time misadventure by Bill Clinton, it might be believable. This is one in a series of dozens of instances of infidelity on his part. Somehow they see this as serving her future political interests.